Hello, April. Happy Tuesday. It is so nice here in York, Pennsylvania. Give you a couple more seconds here to jump on. Got a cute little project today. If you are on my team, it might look a bit familiar. Hi, Sharon. All right, I'm going to get started. I like to start on time. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Tuesday Facebook Live with the Wexford Stamper. So glad you could join me today on this gorgeous fall day. I'm right here at my desk staring out the window. It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna get out there very soon. Hi, Lisa. Nice to see you. Today we are going to make something that I've called a kiss box. And the reason it's called a kiss box is because you can put Hershey Kisses in it, but it's a box that you can use for anything that you can think of. I think it's a great box for a little favor for any kind of a occasion that you have. I had my team meeting yesterday and we made the fall version of this. And all it is a little box, and you open it up like that, and it flips back over, and you can tie with your ribbon. These are some Christmas ones that I made. I love these, so cute. Great idea for a little favor for a table at the holidays. I have used Brightly Gleaming is the name of the paper I used for this one. And then this is one of my favorites, the toile paper. And so easy to make. And you'll be surprised what products I use to make them. So let me go ahead and put these away. I'll put them up here. And I am going to bring in my annual catalog. Now this is the oldie, the annual catalog that we don't look at very often anymore. And the products I'm going to use, at least one of them, is from the Ornate Garden Suite. And if you take a look at this, you probably remember, I think this was one of the first suites that we highlighted after the catalog was launched. We love this one, the beautiful flowers and everything. So I'm kind of bringing this one back a little bit. And the part from this that we used were the dies. They're called Ornate Layers dies. And specifically, we're going to use this die to help us make our box. And it's a beautiful little rectangle that has like eyelet decoration around the border. And it's just the perfect size and the perfect design to make these little kiss boxes. So let me show you how easy these are to make. Okay, we're going to make one using the green toile paper. And you'll notice on my toile ones here, it wasn't on the one I showed you before, I also put paper on the inside. So I took a coordinating design and put a different paper on the inside. I think that adds a little bit to the box. So we're going to go ahead and make a box that has a little bit of an inside as well. So I'm using Garden Green today. And this is that die that I was just showing you cut out. See, it has the cute little eyelet around there. Makes the box look very, very fancy. And that's what we're always going for. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my scoring board, and I'm going to bring that in, and we have to put some scores on this little box lid so it folds around our box correctly. And I'm going to score at 2 1/4 from each end. So I'm going to do 2 1/4, then I'm going to flip it around to the other side, 2 1/4. Okay, so that's all the scoring we need for this. I'll go ahead and fold those down like that. But before I put the scoring board away, we're going to bring in this square, which is cut at 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And this is going to form our box. Okay, that's the part that's on the inside here that kind of rests on the outside panel that we're looking at. Ugh, can't talk. All right, so this is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and we're going to score at 7/8 all the way around. So that means right at that little notch right before the 1 inch. That is the 7/8. So I'm just going to turn my paper around so that I have that score line on all 4 sides. All right, so I'm going to put my scoring board away. We're done with that. So let's go ahead and put our box together first. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my bone folder and I'm going to crease all these score lines on the box. And this is a real simple design for a box. It's one we use every time we make a box with the Wexford stamper. Okay, I'm going to hold the paper like this, going to go to the first vertical score line from the right, and I'm going to cut up that score line to the first horizontal. Then this is now going to be a little tab or a flap. So I'm going to take a little bit off each side so it'll fit into my box a little nicer. Then I'm going to turn my paper and I'm going to do the exact same thing, okay? Up to the horizontal score line, then take 2 little wedges out there to make your flap. Turn it again, counterclockwise, and same. Last time for good measure. So this is a super simple box to make. All right, so there is all our cutting. I'm going to turn the box over. I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal Plus and I'm going to put some on each of these flaps. Okay. Then I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to fold the flap down and fold the box together so the fold and the side of the panel go right together. And this Stampin' Seal Plus is great for 3D projects. If you're not a gluer and you like dry adhesive better, this is the way to go. I am getting used to it and I'm really enjoying it. All right, there we go. There's our box. That's how easy that is. Okay, now let's put our box aside for now and let's work on our lid, our flap over lid. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this piece of the toile paper on the top of the box lid. Okay, this is cut at 2 by 7 and it's going to fit right in there. So pretty. I love this toile. All right, but before we do that, I'm going to turn it over on the other side and I'm going to take some of my Stampin' Seal and I'm going to run it across the top and the bottom. Okay, stick with me here. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and bring in some ribbon. Okay, and for this one, I've decided I'm going to use the metallic edged ribbon. I think that's so gorgeous. It's an off-white and then it has the little metallic sides on it. So perfect for the holidays. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces of this. Same length. And these are going to be the 2 sides that tie together. All right, so I have my 2 pieces here. And I'm going to take my panel turned over on the wrong side and I'm going to make sure that these 2 ribbons are stuck right where that Stampin' Seal Plus is. Okay, then I'm going to take my Tombow and over the rest of this I'm going to put glue because this is going to be on the top of the box, so we want to make sure the whole thing sticks well to the lid. All right, so then I'm going to bring in my lid here. I'm going to take this now with the ribbons attached and I'm going to put it right down on my top of my box. And with that glue, it'll make sure that it won't shift in things when we fold it. All right, so there we go. There is. And then I'm going to pick it up and refold on those 2 score lines that we had for the lid. So there we go. There's our lid. But before we put it together, remember I said we were going to put a second one on the inside, just to be a little fancy. And again, I'm going to use the glue since this is going to get a lot of work out. And we want it to make sure it stays on. I'm going to use my Tombow for this. Let me get a little over here. There we go. And we're going to pick it up. And I'm going to put it right down, just as we did the one on the outside. This is 2 by 7 and fits just where you want it on the panel. So that's the inside of my box. Okay, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to fold down on those fold lines again, just to make sure the paper remembers where those lines are. There we go. All right, so now you see we have the ribbons sticking out right there. So the next thing we're going to do is bring in our box, and we're going to go ahead and adhere that right to the bottom of our flap. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to go ahead. Oh, you did it. Oh, April, you got a scoring board. Excellent. You're going to love it. All right, here is a little bit of Tombow, and then that fits right on there. And you want to make sure it comes up to the back here, but not over, so you want it to be able to fold up right against the box in the back. Okay, now before we close the box over, I have one more piece, and that looks like it's a little too big. Let me check my size here. I got to get my trimmer. This is a little too big to fit in that box. So I'm going to cut it down. Let's see. There we go. Let's see if that fits better. Yep, there we go. I didn't cut off that little 1/4 inch. So let me get rid of this. And I'm going to bring in my little panel here so that we have the same coordinating paper inside the box as well. And then you can put Hershey Kisses in there. You can put any kind of small candy would fit. And then I'm going to go ahead and tie the box together in the front. And I like to put the bow up kind of on top of the box so it lays a little nicer. So you want your knot kind of toward the top of the box. All right. Pull and floof. There we go. Pull these out a little more. There we go. I'm going to cut this one off a little bit. Okay. And that, I always cut them at a little bit of an angle. Oops. Get that one through. There we go. All right, so we now have our box tied and ready to go. Now, the last thing we need to do is make our little embellishment for the top of our box. Okay, and we're going to go with this one. Okay, and this is from the Heartwarming Hugs set. And I have this cut already, the little octagon. And then I'm going to grab my scrap of Very Vanilla and my Garden Green ink. And I'm going to use one of the photopolymer stamps from that set. And I'm going to stamp that right there. So that's going to go on top of the box. Let me move those away. So we're going to need to bring in my cut and emboss machine, my brand new one. So excited to have it. Ugh. There we go. Gonna put it right here on the back. And I'm gonna grab the die. This is a die from the set. It's gonna make it into a cute little ring. So I'm gonna put it right over. Lay my other panel on top. Oh boy, let me see. Let's do this. This guy is a little bent. Time for the Wexford stamper to get some new acrylic sandwiches. All right, let's try that again. Gonna line it up. We'll put this one on top. All right, and we're gonna run it right through. There we go. All right, let's put that aside. It pops out that middle piece. And then you have your cute little ring. Isn't that cute? This is the one that I've used lots and lots of times to decorate the coffee cups. I just love this set. So, so cute. All right, let's bring our box back in. And our little octagon, that was cut using a die from the same set. I'm gonna put a little glue on the back of my ring here. And this is the hardest part, making sure that you have it the right way up there. We want warm hugs to you. The best way to line it up is to take a look at the little dots because they're between both of the sentiments. And you want those to be kind of across from each other. Turn them a little more. There we go. Okay, now one last thing to do. If you notice with this one, I put a little red, real red heart, but I thought I would do something different today since there's a little bit of gold in the ribbon. I thought I'd make a little gold heart. So I took the heart die from the set and I cut out a piece of the gold glimmer paper. I'm going to put a dimensional on the back and that will go right in the center. So that'll help it match the rest of the box. I'm going to turn this over now and I'm going to put a little bit of Tombow on the back and that'll be it. How easy that's to make. Very simple, very quick, and so cute to have for a Christmas gift. All right, so there you have it. And these are my others. I hope you like that. Our next Facebook Live on Thursday, we will be making a gift bag. I'm starting to think about lots of things that you're going to need for Christmas. So stay tuned for some more great ideas and enjoy this beautiful fall day. If you have any questions about anything you saw today or any of the products, you can always contact me. Thanks again for watching. See you Thursday.